is something special. He's been incredible in Serie A winner, always doing very well also in European competition. So Tomori is an important player. Hey guys, welcome back on the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, preparing for this final weekend of main leagues, big leagues, and then we will focus on the World Cup, as always, on the transfers here on the channel, but on World Cup content too. And in these days, in these hours, we're having the lists of the big national teams that will be part of the World Cup, with many surprises. So let's jump into it together. And guys, we have many and many surprising decisions in the list of the national teams that will be part of the World Cup. We know how important it is for some managers to have the spirit of the group, the experienced player as part of the squad. But in some cases, for example, with USA and Ricardo Pepi, to mention something surprising, but also many others, we are having some cases of players left out of the World Cup squad, and we can't understand why. In some opportunities we have to understand the manager, in some other cases is really, really surprising. Let me start with the potential top 11 of players left out of the World Cup by technical decision. David De Gea, goalkeeper, he's always doing very well for Man United. Of course, last season was not so easy. This season he had some problems, but then we have many, many examples of important games saved by David De Gea for Man United, and then he's not part of Spain squad. Really surprising, let me say, also because it doesn't seem that Spain have three fantastic goalkeepers, but a really, really surprising decision by Luis Enrique. Also, moving to the defense, Sergio Ramos, not part of the Spanish national team for the World Cup. Of course, not an easy moment for Ramos since he joined Paris Saint-Germain with some injuries, so we can understand part of this decision, but at the end he's always Sergio Ramos, and he's not going to be part of the national team at the World Cup. Also, moving to centre-backs, as we mentioned with Sergio Ramos, Fikayo Tomori, not part of England squad. Let me say that I live in Italy, I live in Milano, I follow Italian football, and what Fikayo Tomori is doing with AC Milan is something special. He's been incredible in Serie A winner, always doing very well also in European competition. So Tomori is an important player, and he didn't make the list for the World Cup. A really surprising call, let me say, because Tomori has been fantastic, consistent, always playing. And then we have also some other examples of centre-back. This player, Sven Botman, because this, in my personal opinion, is one of the most surprising decisions. I'm really shocked by this decision. Sven Botman is being fantastic with Newcastle. He did an incredible job with Lille in France, then moving to Newcastle, always playing, always MVP, always performing at top level, a fantastic centre-back in a squad that is doing great and not going to the World Cup. Really surprising, let me say. Of course, the Dutch national team have many important centre-backs, Van Dijk, Timber, many others, but De Ligt, of course, De Vrij, but this guy is an important centre-back. So Sven Botman was a surprising one, and to complete our defense we have to mention Mats Hummels. Mats Hummels was in a shock because they decided to go for young players, and we have to respect when a manager, in this case Hansi Flick, decides to go for this kind of position, but it's really surprising to see Mats Hummels out of the German national team for the World Cup. Moving to midfielders or potential wingers, as central midfielders, Ryan Gravenberch is not making the list for the Dutch national team. Another important name. He was doing fantastic for Ajax, then at Bayern he's not playing so much, and this is why Louis van Gaal decided not to call him. And Ward-Prowse for England, a midfielder who was in a potential, one of the potential candidates to make the list as midfielder, but he's not going to be part of the squad. Let me say also surprising to see Jadon Sancho out of the squad. Man United pay big money to sign him from Borussia Dortmund. He's always been an important player for England, and now he's not going to be part of the English national team for the World Cup. And then the strikers, Roberto Firmino. Let me say, really shocking decision. I think we can understand Chichi, the manager of Brazil, but it's really surprising to see a player like Roberto Firmino out of the World Cup list. They have many fantastic strikers, so probably Firmino was not even going to play, but it's about the list, and it's surprising to see Firmino out. Also, Angel Correa, Atletico Madrid striker, he's a fighter, he's providing assists, he's an important player, and he's not gonna be part of Argentina squad. Let me say, surprising, because if you look at some names, you maybe had the chance to be part of Argentina squad, but he's not gonna be there. And also, I wanted to mention English strikers. Toney, but also Tammy Abraham. Abraham was not in a great moment with Roma in the last few weeks and months, but he's always been part of the squad. Toney has always been doing great with Brentford, and he's not part of the squad. So some really surprising decisions around the world, but now it's time to see who was right and who was wrong with the list. Soon the World Cup is coming. And so guys, let me know your opinion on all these players I mentioned left out of the World Cup. Which one is the most incredible to you? So let me know your opinion, guys, as always here in the comments. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and see you soon with Fabrizio Romano. Ciao!